hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about my experience taking Shahada and becoming Muslim. And a little background, you become Muslim by taking Shahada, which is like saying your testimony. You say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And in English, it translates to, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Beautiful. And I did this last year, 2022, and this was back in Utah, and it was in November, super cold and snowy, and I'm pretty sure that I had work in the morning, but I don't really remember. But we had planned on doing it. We had planned on going to the mosque this day, because a few days prior, I told my husband Jamal, I'm ready, I want to become Muslim, I really want to take Shahada, let's do this. And so we planned on doing it on that Saturday. So in the evening, we drove to the local mosque, which was about 15 minutes away from our apartment. And at first, Jamal went in to touch base with the imam, and they were already praying Isha, and I was just excitedly waiting in the car. It's like, wow, this is it. I'm really about to become Muslim. And then Jamal gave me the signal and I walked in with him, and it was a small, modest mosque, and there were only men there. And I went up to the front with Jamal, and they had a mic and everything. And the imam introduced me and told the people that I would be taking Shahada. And there was like about 15 people there, I would say. And I had actually visited this mosque a few months prior, back when I was, really curious about Islam, trying to learn more. And the sheikh answered some of my questions, but I was still really confused. I wasn't convinced. And on the drive home, I told Jamal, I don't think I'll ever become Muslim. And then months later, there I was, taking Shahada in the same mosque. SubhanAllah. Never say never. So the imam asked me what religion I was before. I told him I was Christian. And then he asked if I had read some of the Quran. I said yes. And he asked if any parts specifically stood out to me. And I responded with Surah Al-Ikhlas. And, which is about like the oneness of God. And he told me that when you recite this surah, it's equivalent to 1/3 of the Quran. That's how important it is. And he was very friendly, and I repeated the words after him. So, Ashhadu, first in Arabic and then in English. And it was such an incredible feeling. It was so joyous. And at the end, he said takbir, and everyone was like, Allahu Akbar. It was so wonderful. I felt fully supported and totally welcomed into Islam. And he explained that when you take Shahada, all of your previous sins are forgiven and you have a clean slate like a baby. And I got emotional. I teared up just knowing that all my sins were forgiven and that I was in a sense starting over. And I definitely felt reborn, cleansed and holy, like a new, improved person. And it was very special. And he advised me to take Islam gradually and not to push myself, which I think is good advice, to take it easy, little by little. He also advised me to read the Quran and to pray. He said we are so busy in the world, and prayer is important because it's the way that we connect with God. And so in the days and weeks following, Jamal taught me how to do the prayers and what to recite. It was a bit overwhelming at first because I had to learn the Arabic and memorize the movements. But bit by bit, I learned, and with his help, I got it down. And I kept thinking, like, my slate is clean. I need to keep it as clean as possible. I need to become the best version of myself. Every day is an opportunity to become better and to come closer to Allah. So yeah, I really felt like a new, improved person, that my slate was totally wiped clean, and it was very special, one of the most special days of my life, and it was a wonderful experience. So that is the gist of it, and I'll see y'all later.